Hey guys, it is PlushGame14 here, and this video is actually for a certain viewer of mine, and that viewer is Bonely Studios. So everyone, in this video, I will actually be showing off a board design layout-wise for Bonely Studios. And quite a while ago, they actually suggested if I could actually make them a board design with some kind of like layout for a board. And funny enough, the board is actually called Yoshi's Valley. And the board is actually pretty much just kind of like a board you would see in normal Mario Party with, of course, all the spaces and also some certain decorations. However, I actually made it on my iPad online, essentially. So I will be showing you guys the board itself and the board design layout for Bonely Studio. So let me go ahead and show that off right now. Okay guys, so this is actually the board layout for Yoshi's Valley. So as you guys can see, we have all the spaces here, a couple arrows to signify just where you go on the board, and also one lane split path on the board as well. And a couple other things too, of course. So as you guys can see though, at the top of the board is actually the start of where you start on the board anyways. And from the start of the board at the top, you actually go down for a few spaces until you reach the first split path of the board itself. Then after that though, on the left side of the split path, we have a happening space there with yellow Yoshi. And he's actually holding like a kind of like a bouquet of flowers. But with yellow Yoshi there, if you land on that happening space that's right in front of him, with his house right there, he will actually ask you if you actually bring that bouquet of flowers to the pink Yoshi, which is more to the left of him. And as you guys can see, to the left of him is actually the pink Yoshi with another happening space there. And if you land on the happening space with pink Yoshi, you can actually give the bouquet of flowers to her, and she will actually give you quite a bit of coins in return. However, if you actually land on the happening space while not actually having the bouquet of flowers from yellow Yoshi though, you do get some coins, but you won't get as much. And after that though, we have a shop with light blue Yoshi up there where he is holding actually a mushroom orb right there. You can also actually see a Bowser and DK space there too. So yeah, and then that also leads back to the beginning start of the board. Then going back to the split path in the middle of the board, on the right side we actually have some kind of boat thing with kind of like a small river there. So once you get to that part of the board, you can actually ride that boat down the river to go to really the last and other section of the board down there to the bottom right. At the bottom right of the board, we actually have a red Yoshi who's at his own house, another happening space. And on that happening space, he will actually give you a free orb in return for letting on that happening space. So that's a pretty simple happening space event there too. And below that, there's a few more spaces, as well as a DK space there, down there too, actually. And then there's the last, I guess, main thing about the board layout-wise is the hot air balloon. So as you guys can see, on the hot air balloon, there's actually a purple arrow pointing upwards. And when you get to that part of the board, you will actually ride that hot air balloon all the way to the purple landing spot, sort of to like the top right middle-ish section of the board there. And that eventually leads back to one of the first few spaces of the board itself. And really, that actually is pretty much it for this board layout-wise. The only other thing I guess I can talk about is there's also a blue Yoshi to the bottom left with his own house. And there's also a black Yoshi to the top right with his own house. And there's also Yoshi holding an apple right next to the start of the board there too on the right there as well. So this is basically the board layout-wise for Yoshi's Valley for Bonely Studios. And you guys could tell me if you actually really like this board layout-wise too, along with Bonely Studios as well though. But I'm not gonna lie though guys, I really had a lot of fun making this for sure though. So yeah, this is the board layout-wise though for Yoshi's Valley. So everyone, that is the board layout for Yoshi's Valley. And before I go, I do actually want to mention two more things. First of all, you guys might be able to tell that the board itself is kind of a little bit more on like the simple side somewhat. Although that is mainly because it actually is the first board I've done for Bonely Studios. So I kind of kept it on more of the simple side due to that. And secondly though, speaking of Bonely Studios, huge shout out to them though, because they really have given me so many other ideas as well, and I really am so grateful to actually make a board for them as well with Yoshi's Valley there. And maybe in the future, I might actually make more for them as well though too. So Yeah, so huge shout out to Bonely Studios. So yeah, guys, that is gonna do it for this video. I will say that maybe the next video on my channel that I'll upload might be the new Yellow Toad Inform video, although I really am not sure right now. Because I kind of am like wondering if I will upload something else before then, but I really am not exactly sure right now. But regardless though, that is gonna do it for this video, guys. So I'll see you guys next time though in my next video, and I hope you guys have an absolutely awesome day. Bye everyone!